The moment Christopher Harrington walked into my courtroom that Monday morning, everyone felt it. He moved with the confidence of a man who believed the world belonged to him. A 47-year-old real estate mogul, worth an estimated $80 million, dressed in a $10,000 Italian suit, Rolex gleaming under the courtroom lights, and silver hair perfectly styled. Every inch of him screamed wealth, power, and arrogance. But it wasn't the suit, or the watch, or the money. It was his expression. Not a hint of fear. Not a trace of regret. Only irritation. The look of a man inconvenienced by having to face a judge like me. Behind him trailed two high-priced attorneys. Marcus Feldman, charging $950 an hour, and his associate buried under a fortress of legal documents. And then there was Rosa Martinez, 34, seated in the first row. Her uniform from the Grand Providence Hotel hung loosely on her frame. Her arm was in a cast. Her face bore fading bruises. Her eyes reflected a fear only someone who had been physically harmed by the powerful could know. The charges were serious: assault and battery, false imprisonment, and witness intimidation. According to the police report, Harrington had assaulted Rosa after she demanded 3 months of unpaid wages. When she threatened to go to the labor board, he locked her in his wine cellar for 6 hours, deciding what to do with her. Then he offered her $10,000 to just leave the country and forget it ever happened. And now, he stood in my courtroom, annoyed that a woman earning $12 an hour had the audacity to seek justice. What happened next would shock everyone in the courtroom and teach Christopher Harrington a lesson no amount of money could buy. I opened the file. Mr. Harrington, you're charged with assault and battery, false imprisonment, and witness intimidation. How do you plead? Marcus Feldman jumped to his feet. Your Honor, my client pleads not guilty. We believe these accusations are exaggerated, motivated by financial gain. This is clearly, I raised my hand. Counselor, your client, Mr. Harrington, do you have a voice? Christopher looked at me, barely concealing contempt. Not guilty, Your Honor. This is absurd. Miss Martinez is unsatisfied with her employment terms and is now making false accusations. Extortion, plain and simple. Rosa flinched. I leaned forward. Mr. Harrington, you just accused your accuser of extortion. Do you have evidence? He gestured dismissively. Your Honor, she's a housekeeper making minimum wage. I'm worth $80 million. People like her see an opportunity. This is America. She's trying to get rich off me. I stopped him. People like her? He doubled down. People who come here illegally, work under the table, don't contribute taxes, and try to take advantage of the system. I turned to Rosa. Are you here illegally? Yes, Your Honor. Marcus Feldman interjected. Her status is irrelevant. I looked at Rosa. Miss Martinez? Yes, Your Honor. I was born here. Third-generation American. My grandfather served in World War II. My father was a Providence firefighter for 30 years. Silence filled the courtroom. Christopher's arrogance faltered. The prosecutor, Jennifer Chun, presented the evidence. Medical records showed a fractured wrist, facial contusions, and bruises consistent with assault. Text messages from Harrington. Oh, come at 9 p.m. We'll settle this privately. Oh, if you go to the labor board, you'll regret it. I have lawyers. I have connections. Oh, $10,000. Take it and leave the country. The courtroom gasped. Then, the security footage. Rosa entering the house at 9:07 p.m. Christopher escorting her to the basement wine cellar at 9:23 p.m. The door closing behind her and not opening until 3:35 a.m. I turned to him. Mr. Harrington, you just watched your own video. How do you explain this? I was trying to resolve a wage dispute. Any contact was accidental, he stammered. I leaned in. You locked her in your basement. That is false imprisonment. Did you just admit it? His face paled. No, I misspoke. I didn't move. What you meant is exactly what you said. You believed wealth gave you the right to imprison someone for asking for wages. I walked down from the bench. Mr. Harrington, property and wealth do not grant you the right to assault, imprison, or threaten anyone. Your bank account means nothing here. I called Rosa forward. She approached, her voice quiet but unwavering. I worked for him for 2 years, $12 an hour, no benefits. 3 months ago, he stopped paying me. I asked repeatedly. He said, next time. The courtroom was silent. Every eye fixed on him. I turned back to Christopher. You saw the evidence, heard the testimony, and admitted to imprisoning her. What do you have to say? I employ hundreds. I pay taxes. I donate. One incident shouldn't define me. I'll pay a fine. Let's be practical, he said. I repeated slowly. Practical? You assaulted her, imprisoned her, tried to bribe her, threatened her despite knowing she's a citizen. You think money can fix that? I returned to the bench. Based on your admission, security footage, medical records, and text messages, I find you guilty of assault and battery, false imprisonment, and witness intimidation. Christopher went white. Your Honor, this is insane. I looked at him steadily. You thought wealth made you untouchable. Not here. Officer D'Angelo, take him into custody. His protests fell on deaf ears. No, I'll pay. I'll compensate her. Justice isn't for sale. The courtroom erupted as he was led away, powerless for the first time in his life. I turned to Rosa. You will receive full restitution, $1,800 unpaid wages, medical expenses. The courtroom clapped. Tears streamed down Rosa's face. She finally received the justice she deserved. 2 years later, I received a letter from Christopher Harrington from prison. Your Honor, I have 10 months remaining. Every day, I follow orders from people I once considered beneath me. My money means nothing. I got here because I thought I was untouchable. You taught me, in seconds, what I should have learned decades ago. I'm sorry for what I did. Thank you for stopping me before I hurt anyone else. I kept that letter, not to excuse him, but as proof. Accountability can transform even the most arrogant person.